from 2001 to 2008. Can you talk to me about what that process was like when you were looking for Alyssa, all the things that the jury learned about?
Well, to begin with, the first thing we did, of course, was, Sarah and I did this, actually, I put the flyer together myself with Alyssa's picture on it.
When did you start to think she is truly in danger?
Well, to me, as a parent, knowing Alyssa, I immediately thought she was in danger because I know that how crucial the first 24 to 48 hours are when someone decides to run away or disappear.
You thought you got that call from her. What was that moment like, thinking she might be on the other end?
Well, like you mentioned, I was asleep when the phone rang, and then when I picked it up, I was half awake. I was exhausted. I'd been a week with little or no sleep, looking for her and doing what I could do, handing out posters and flyers before the National Center became involved in it. So the first thing I thought was, is this real again? You know, is that you, Alyssa? And then I could hear her voice. But the oddity of the call that I questioned was that it seemed like she was holding her, the mouthpiece away from her when she was saying some things. But she was definitely agitated at me. I mean,
So you definitely knew it was her. No question.
Oh, yeah, no, I recognize her voice. I've listened to it many, many times. I know all of my children's voices.
So you hear that voice, and do you think, okay, at least she's safe? Or are you even more concerned now because of what she sounds like?
Well, because it was so abrupt, and then she hung up on me. That was my concern. Was she in trouble there? I mean, did she make the call? She made the call. Was somebody forcing her to make it or something else? Because that's what goes on in the human trafficking world.
So you were worried about human trafficking?
I've always been worried about human trafficking long before when I became a deputy sheriff. That's one of the first things I learned. And it was one of the most disgusting things, that Arizona was the corridor for human trafficking.
The cameras
and securities came after. At the house we were living, which was rented, someone had burglarized my truck, and then they stole my trailer with the girls' go-kart on it. And then we had a man try and break into the house when my two girls were alone. So Alyssa called me first, and then I told her we need to call 911. And I'm not really sure if I called it or she did. But when I arrived home, the PPD was there. So then I put the cameras up. Then I put the whole system together. Despite rumors, the recorder wasn't on all the time. And the children were able to shut it off. It was right there if they want to have a private conversation.